Yo, what is happening, guys? How are we doing? Once again, we will be working on the Tallgeese. Unlike other nights, I'm probably gonna have to start working on the other areas. I was just painting the body and doing the tutorial, but it's sort of got to the point now where I need to be painting the verniers, and we're gonna start on the shield actually. It means we're actually getting pretty close. That's what that means. If I'm having to now start paint the other areas, so it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Yeah, where'd that other brush go? Missing a brush. I'm missing a brush. JJ, how you doing? How you doing? You love shield boys? Yeah, heaps of Gundams actually have shields. Like heaps of them. I should say mobile suits. I mean, I think someone in chat before said that Tallgeese was considered a Gundam as well. So he's a weird one, Tallgeese. He was a mobile suit, but he was also a Gundam. He's very weird looking Gundam. Gundams typically have like a sort of distinct appearance. Like they're all somewhat similar. Tallgeese doesn't look like a Gundam. And ultimately, there are a heap of mobile suits out there that are just as strong as Gundams anyway, so I feel in my limited knowledge of Gundam that it's sort of just the title. We should mix up some blue recess shade too, because I need to shield this shade. Shade this shield rather. Shade this shield. Not shield this shade. Nah, that's all good. Yeah, dude, there's heaps of them have shields. Or they've got little shoulder shields too. Look, it differs. The difference between a Gundam and a mobile suit varies from universe to universe. Essentially, in the main universe, we'll just use RX-78 as the example, like the first Gundam. So his armor was created using a material, believe it or not, called Gundaminium or Gundanium. It might have been Gundanium. Yeah, Gundanium. And they're sort of like one-off suits, right? And then for the most part, mobile suits typically are mass-produced. Typically. I say typically because there are some suits like, I'll give an example. So this suit here, is called Zeong. And Zeong wasn't actually completed, that's why it has no legs, but it can operate just fine without its legs. Zeong is a mobile suit. It isn't a Gundam. It was piloted by Shah Aznabal, who is like the main rival of the protagonist in the first series of Gundam. So he ends up getting this suit here. This suit. Whoop. And it's just as powerful as a Gundam, this suit. And it was definitely was not mass produced. Whereas like a Zaku 2, this guy here, he's mass produced. So there's heaps of him. Typically not as powerful, easier to maintain, easier to repair, more versatile. All right, here we go. How's this? This is Google's AI overview. A Gundam is a specific type of advanced mobile suit, meaning all Gundams are mobile suits. But not all mobile suits are Gundams. Gundams are distinguished by their superior, often experimental technology, superior performance and design features like the V-fin. Mobile suits, on the other hand, are a broader category of humanoid mechs designed for warfare, with standard models being mass-produced and less powerful than Gundams. But like I said, there are plenty of mobile suits that rival the actual power output of a Gundam. So like Sazabi, Sinanju, they're just as powerful, if not more powerful than Gundams. And like so if you use these guys as an example, right? If you use Shah's Zaku and a regular Zaku. So this is the regular battle line Zaku. That's Shah's Zaku. Shah's Zaku's been customized personally for Shah, who's an ace pilot, and he ends up being a new type, which is sort of like a psychic pilot. They're like better than a normal human being, especially at piloting mobile suits. So Shah's mobile suit, this one, even though it looks like this with a different paint job, it's actually 3 times more maneuverable and has 3 times the speed of a regular Zaku. So they did take like regular suits and turn them into customs. And a lot of the time they're just called a custom. So it's called like a Zaku 2 custom, which I think is pretty cool. They're just like fighter jets or cars and they just customize them to the pilot's like specifics. I was making a recess shade, wasn't I? But like I said, what makes a Gundam differs from universe to universe, because there are different universes. So an example is the Iron-Blooded Orphans, which is my favorite series, and there were 72 Gundam created, and then they stopped making them. So each Gundam is basically like a relic. And then there's other stuff called mobile armor, and mobile armor are just really, really big mobile suits, sort of. All right, let's recess shade this, because I should have recess shaded this ages ago, but for whatever reason I did not. And for the most part, I think I got most of that information right, JJ. Like I'm still very much learning my Gundam lore. But I think I got those basics pretty right. Man, I wonder if I've done stuff to piss off the Twitch gods. I've only got one person watching on Twitch. It's actually a little disappointing. I'll say disappointing. Yo, Sevens, thank you very much. What am I going to do on the back? What am I going to do on the back of this shield? I think I need to keep most of it white. But there are some areas that I need to paint with Corvus black, because they do connect to like these there's sort of like a connection point on the shoulder. Like it actually connects to the shoulder. Even the actual model itself has them. He doesn't always just hold the shield in his hand. It's attached to his shoulder. I guess so he can... He's got 2 beam sabers. Maybe he dual wields a beam saber and one of them sits behind his shield. I love how I'm pretty sure Gundam came out after Star Wars, because I remember reading somewhere there was a suit that was inspired by Darth Vader. I forget which one it was, but I'm almost certain the beam sabers were inspired by a lightsaber, and Gundam were just like, yeah, we'll use that. We'll use that for our big robots. Have I got another concept? I don't have Sazabi yet, so I'm currently painting the Gundam assemble models. There's only 12 models, 7s. Sinanju is coming out, so these are currently the ones I've painted. I'll flick over to this screen so you can see them better. So we've got 3 Zaku 2s. We've got the two grunt models, the one with the Heat Hawk and the one with the Zaku bazooka. And then Shah Aznables. So we've got Shah's Zaku 2 as well. So that is one set. The next set is the Heroic Beginnings, which consists of the RX-78-2, the Classic, the OG, the Timeless. He'll never not be cool. He'll never not be cool. And then he comes with, it's pretty easy to guess, he comes with gun cannon in a horrible pose, unfortunately. I wish he was, I know it's the nostalgic pose, but I wish he was standing up, bracing his legs. I mean, he's meant to have a beam rifle too, right? They could have just had him with his beam rifle and his cannon. Anyway, maybe they'll make another pose for him. And then there is gun tank. We've got a little gun tank action. And then these are the ones I'm currently working on. So Tallgeese. You've probably guessed by his shield, or maybe you haven't. I don't know. We've got a ground type Leo. And we've got a space type Leo. Space type Leo still needs his varnish. I might do it tomorrow if the weather is good. So we've got the 2 Leos. Currently working on Tallgeese. Once Tallgeese has finished, then I'm moving on to the Seed series. Nick, what's happening? How you doing? Yeah, once Tallgeese is done, we're moving on to this thing. It's going to take a bit of work. We've got the Tallgeese. So we've got Sword Strike, and then Ale Strike. And JJ was talking about how he likes shields before. Well, we've got a shield suit here. This is how easy these are to push fit as well. They're actually pretty damn easy. Oh, we don't need that either. You can make Launcher Strike Gundam too. I'm not going to make Launcher Strike. I'm going to make Ale Strike. Dude's like, yo, it's real easy. Proceeds to not make it look easy. I'm missing something for the back. Where is it? Yo, Dr. Gammon, how you doing? Life's been hectic. Life be life, and Nick. Are we talking a good hectic here, or are we talking a bad hectic? Because there is a difference. This, I think this guy's probably going to take the longest. Why did I put the wings on first? Yeah, so this will be one of the other ones I do Ale Strike because I really like the shield. I think it looks cool as shit, even though it doesn't want to go in. You get the idea. He looks cool. Bad Hectic. Ah, sucks, dude. Sucks. Also, Eagle, thank you for the sub. I'm not sure if you're actually watching stream or not because you could just be following from a video. In which case, still thank you. Why am I using this brush? I could be using a smaller brush. Tonight is Thursday, guys, so I did remember we will do the live stream community showcase. So if you do have something to put up in that Discord, make sure you A, join our Discord, and B, upload something in the live stream community showcase. Some hobby you're working on or some hobby you have finished recently, and we will show it off on stream in some amount of time. Let's say an hour. Let's say 1 hour. Alright, so I think I'm going to keep majority of this white on the back of this shield because I've already got, actually I've got a heap of Corvus black. So I don't need any more Corvus black. I will paint this black because it attaches to his shoulder. And I'll paint this bit black here and maybe the beam sabers, but all of this inside is going to stay white except for the edge, which is going to be yellow. So basic, like everything I just said, there's probably not going to be that much white. After saying we're going to keep it all white and then proceeding to say we're going to paint it all different colors, maybe it's not going to be white. Talking nonsense. Talking nonsense. Yeah, good. Nice. Love to see it. Oh, is that meant to match the shoulder? Oh, I guess it is. All right, we'll paint it to match the shoulder then. Yeah, I wish I had Sazabi. I wish they came out with Sazabi. I'm sure they will. Possibly some of the worst recess shading I have done on this miniature. Alright, Corvus Black. These are two beam sabers that he hides behind his shield. Oh, there's the other one. Infinity models. Yo, very cool. What faction did you go with? Or did you just pick up ones you like the look of? Just ones, yeah. Oh man, the heap that look cool. There's a heap that look cool. Infinity's wicked. I picked up a few models. Oh man, it would have been. It has to be at least 8 years ago. I picked up some models, and I painted a couple of them, but I just never did anything with them. It's just I used to. My friends used to be like, oh, we're going to start this game. And they started looking at Infinity. And I was like, cool, I'll do it. And me being me, I'm like, well, I need to paint them up. So I grabbed a few Yu Jing models because they were orange. And I was like, man, I really want to paint some orange. And yeah, they just stopped doing it. I don't even think I've got them anymore. Don't even think I have them anymore. I'd be down to paint some Infinity again. Maybe after I finish the all these Gundam. If I get these done. Do you know what? I've got till February. I've got till late February to finish these Gundam models. Because that's when the new ones come out. There's going to be 6 more that come out. So that gives me a good amount of time. My goal was to finish all of the current Gundam models by the end of this year, which it still is, but I do have until the end of February, which I should easily do, especially with holidays. So I might pick an Infinity model up and paint it. Maybe one of their tags. Their tags are like big armored suits. Space D&D thing? Yeah, definitely. I wonder what I've done to Twitch to be put into their purgatory. Who have I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just trying to work out. I'm just trying to work out Twitch. It's a weird one. It's a weird one. Maybe I just have to go back to painting Warhammer. I've been thinking, I don't know if I'm allowed to do it. Surely I would be. I've been thinking about putting on a like Gundam lore video in the corner and having that playing whilst I paint and having the audio there. But I don't know if I can get in trouble for that or not. I know I definitely can't watch like Gundam episodes up in the top corner. That would get me in shit. I mean, I could do it if I just did it on Twitch. I think the limiting factor is YouTube, right? YouTube would be angry at me. I reckon on Twitch I could get away with it. I mean, let's be honest, YouTube, I mean, having the streams up on YouTube is good. I'm not actually sure how many people watch these back. Yo, if you're watching this on YouTube and you watch my streams after the fact, leave a comment. They probably don't, but yeah. I mean, we could listen to Spotify, right? If I wasn't streaming on YouTube. Wonder if we're gonna get any suits where I have to practice some freehand stuff, like there's a custom grays, an iron-blooded orphans custom. Yeah, this one. Oh, this site's actually sick. This Gundam site is so cool. So there's two new sets coming out in February 25th, something like that. And one of the models is a Grey's custom, I'm pretty sure. Let me go to the Discord. Where was it in general? Okay, so that there. I think this miniature here is the same as that. Maybe it's not. They're both a Greys. They're both a Greys custom, but this one is owned by Tekadon. Yeah, Akihiro's Grey's custom, which looks sick. But like, I would try and do that eye that's painted on it. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, check this side out. If you, I've got to use the, do you know what? I need to use this site for when I'm looking at colors. Look at this side. The front and the back of Gundam Barbatos. Where's my boy? There he is, Goujon. This is my favorite suit from 00. Gundam Goujon. I believe that's pronounced Rabake. There's just some super, super cool suits in Iron-Blooded Orphans. Yeah, this one's sick. Vidar. That's that one, the guy came in chat, he said he was building that Gundam Vidar. Oh, this Kamaris, that thing's sick. That thing was also four-legged. Where's the four-legged one of that? There's a different Barbatos as well. Sixth form, Chunky Boy. This site's super, super cool. Yeah, Flauros with the two railguns. Yeah, some cool stuff. Cool stuff. We're in about half an hour, guys. We are going to jump on in that Discord and check out what you guys are working on. I know there's only 2 people watching on Twitch, and there's probably only a handful on YouTube, but should still chuck something up there. Chuck something up there. I've still got that yellow there. I should use that yellow to tidy up the eagle on the front here. Come on, stop flickering camera. Remove this yellow blade. Gonna look great in my custodies. This is a white scar shield. What are you talking about, Raging? Nah, Tallgeese. I think this would be my favorite. Oh yeah, if I push it over, this dude's gonna be my favorite of the actual miniatures. You're right, Chaos Boy. Yeah, I apologize. I apologize. He's got a he's got a lot of edge highlights. But yeah, I look, he's starting to drag on. He's starting to drag on for me. I have painted him relatively quickly, but I don't know about you, Raging, but sometimes projects just feel like maybe they're taking a little bit longer than they should. This guy definitely hasn't, but I'm getting that feeling. Yeah, my issue is I can't skip the details. So I just end up having that feeling for till the model is done. I mean, I do have a 3-day weekend coming up, so I will be doing a lot of painting on him over the next 3 days. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this guy's finished on tomorrow's stream, maybe. I think looking at the remaining parts, with the amount of time I can paint on him tomorrow, I reckon I'll have him done. Oh man, I see the big picture. I see the big picture. Being able to game with these guys and have close-ups the whole time on all the miniatures is going to look cool as. So it's what always drives me, is that end goal. So we'll get there. We'll get there. It was a back. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like pox walkers and stuff like that. 100% get what you're saying. It's why I could never do a horde army, because I've got to do all the details on all the miniatures. Like, there's no, like, Gene Stealer Cult just sounds like absolute torture to me. They look phenomenal on the tabletop, but the amount of detail and like the cost of the model on the tabletop would just, it'd tip me over the edge. It would tip me over the edge. Where my Ulithan at? Yeah, I'd be on my deathbed. I'd be on my deathbed by the time I finish that army. Like, why they got so many hazard stripes? Why they got so many hazard stripes? I need a new pallet. I need a new pallet. Can't die, must paint, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be on my deathbed because at some stage in your life, it's not really great to think about, but at some stage in my life, I'm not going to be able to do this anymore, you know? Or at least not to this standard, maybe. Maybe I need to seek out immortality. I don't have any kids, so I've got a lot of time on my hands to try and find it. No worries, dude. Yeah, well, I'll be doing my live stream showcase and then probably finishing in half an hour anyway. I painted a fair bit off stream. And if it's a quiet night, then it's just going to be faster for me to paint it off stream. I missed the recess. I missed the recess. Probably needs a recess around the whole ring, doesn't it? Oh, that's annoying. All right. Well, I'm just going to have to do it. Maybe I need to get a new brush tomorrow. Maybe that's on the cards. New brush. That must be the playlist. So weird that this used to just continually play and now it's stopped. I always tidy it up after. I just want to get this recess shade consistent. Yeah, I have to get a new brush this weekend. It just isn't as crisp as I'd like it to be. Yeah, I'm glad I did that recess on the outside. That's defined that shield a bit better than when I hadn't done it. So that's good. Man, the edge of that shield's basically going to be all edge highlight. Yo, Avi, what's happening? How you doing? Feeling better about that three-peat last night? You won with your girl. I'm most proud that we beat Callisto the Dragon when we were all at level 13. With not exactly the greatest builds. You wish the eagle was... The eagle is no-headed, Avi. The eagle is no-headed. Doesn't even have a single head. Don't know what that's about. He's stumped, he's stumped. Hydrate. Ooh, lucky I've still got some drink left. Man. I should have been a naughty boy. It's a long weekend this weekend. I should have got a vape. I should have been a naughty boy and got a vape. Just painted models all weekend and vaped my little heart out. But I didn't. I didn't. Although the boss did give me $100 cash. He gave all the boys $100 cash. $100 cash. Yeah. Was he single? No, he's not. No. He's actually he's not. He's just recently gone through a breakup. Basically monkey barred straight to another girl, and She's 14 years younger than he is. So he's not single. You want 100 cash as well? Well, our 100 cash isn't 100 cash everywhere else. Probably more like 70 bucks. Probably more like 70 bucks. Yeah, I never realized on the YouTube stream there was a little subscribe button down in the corner. It's not exactly a button. For the majority of tonight's stream, the YouTube numbers have outweighed Twitch, but now it is. YouTube's been beating Twitch all night. How's that? For lives. Twitch is meant to be designed for lives, but YouTube's working better. How does that work? Explain that. You can't. I can't. You haven't subbed on YouTube, Avi? Far out. What? What the helly? I can't believe it. I can't believe you've done this to me. I can't believe you've done this to me. Even after you said you watched one of the YouTube videos and you commented Marvin on his hair. Avi, thank you for the sub on YouTube. Impulse Gundam. For assemble. That's interesting. Impulse Gundam. Impulse Gundam. It's already out. It's already out, Robin. The next Gundam we're getting are models from Iron-Blooded Orphans and G-Quacks. Impulse. Or Ale Strike. Is already out. Isn't this the same? It's the same Gundam. Is that not this Gundam? That's the same Gundam, isn't it? They're different. Fuck. They're pretty close. They're pretty close. Why are we getting that? Give me something different. I want something that's nowhere near as close as that one. Oh, also guys, make sure you get your posts into that live stream showcase because we're going to be jumping over to it in a minute. If you aren't part of the Discord, join it. I command you. No, you don't have to. But it'd be cool. It'd be cool. Thank you, Robin Hood. Yeah, just post in the live stream community showcase on what you've been working on, hobby related. I just highlighted the base color with that color. That was a bit silly, wasn't it? It's not the first time I've done that, and it will not be the last time I do that either. I might do the inner edge highlight off stream, I think, because that is going to be a little difficult. Okay, let's jump in the Discord. Do you know what? I'll check it first. Has anyone put stuff up? We do. We do have stuff. That's not what we want. What we want. 3 new messages from today. So Nate's continuing work on his Necromunda, and I tell you what, these guys look super cool. The thing about Nate is all his models look like this. He hasn't decided on the war gear, so he's got a whole heap of miniatures that are all painted like this. Now this guy 100% is having his arc hammer. But it's the first time Nate's ever tried really edge highlighting heavy metal style as well. So what he's done is super cool. I'm actually pretty proud of the guy. I'll never say it to his face, ever. And I hope you guys don't repeat this to him either. But it looks really cool. Nah, don't do it, Avi. Yeah, what model's this, Nick? I know it's Infinity, but what is the model called? Is this for your friend, Avi? I like this steel. That looks cool. Your medals actually look really like the weathering on it. I like it. Cyber Ghost. Of course it is. Is this dry brushed or is this edge highlighted? Trying to do more rust as per his request. Yeah, I don't think go overboard. I like the amount you've done. Looks good. Like, look how clean that is for a dry brushed edge. It's actually cleaner than the edge highlights I do with a brush. You dry brush it. There's nothing wrong with dry brushing. There's nothing wrong with dry brushing. Do you know, people are always like, whenever they say something about dry brushing, they look at me weird. And I'm just like, there's nothing wrong with dry brushing. I like dry brushing. No worries, Robin Hood. We're actually going to finish up now. Is there anyone doing miniatures that I could be bothered? A lot of Gundam people. I don't know if this person speaks English or not. Oh, it says English. All right. I've only got 2 viewers. They've only got 1. So let our forces combine. I got 4 actually. Let's go check out what Otto Fire's doing. All right. I'm hitting raid, and I will see all of you guys tomorrow, I'm sure. Enjoy your day, guys. Enjoy your night. I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.
Battleforged Gaming.